For the purpose of this paper, the term monster refers to any creature that, at its core, is immoral and whose origin, life cycle, and purpose cannot be explained according to the Confederation's Science Council. It is well known among xenopologists that the cultural progress of sapient species, both Confederation and non-Confederation, follows a well-known path, beginning with the creation of mythic tales to explain natural phenomena that gives way to scientific understandings of the cosmos as the species moves from primitive cultures to FTL societies. This pattern of progression is so well established, there are those who argue that xenopology has nothing new to offer the scientific community. What interests the xenopologist is not the similarity between species, but their differences, especially those differences caused by outside interference. There are instances of the juvenile pranksters, often the mavericks, who like to do flybys on emergent species with their yachts. Also widely reported are incidents where Confederation observation teams are spotted by the emergent species. For more detail, see papers under the topics COTs, Delphin, and COTs, Sasquatch. And, of course, the conflict between non-Confederation predatory races and the Confederation Armed Services, Guardians. For more detail, see papers under the topic of AS Guards, as well as the opposing point of view, Why It's Okay to Eat Our Neighbours by Professor Cthulhu. The variations of advanced races are ultimately the source of the deities and the many mythic monsters of various species. And the variations amongst those species explaining those events is as extensive as the species themselves, except for one, the Terrans. Terrans have an overabundant supply of fables, myths, and stories. Many of these stories can be and are connected to events like those listed above and are easily explained, but many more cannot. The history of Terra is filled with confrontations with immortal beings that have an insatiable thirst for the blood of others, with beings that shift their shape during certain times of the year, or under certain lunar conditions, creating wild, super predatory animals. Terrans are fully convinced of the existence of reanimated beings who hunger for brains, of unstoppable killers who walk their streets on certain nights of the year. Terrans tell tales of the spectral presence of the deceased who trouble the living through inanimate objects like dolls, vehicles, and view screens. The most troubling aspect, as this treatise will demonstrate, of these terrifying Terran tales is that, at worst, they are simply embellishments on historical events. Names, places, and times may have changed, but ultimately, these events did happen. The Terran monsters are real. And when the Terrans left their planet, they brought the monsters with them.